Manan, can you please turn your video on? Right. Hello, audience members. Welcome to the live telecast of the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz semi-finals for the seniors category. This semi-finale is going to be headed by Miss Pranjali, who is going to be the quiz master, and the assistant quiz master is going to be Miss Shoini. Can we have that on, please? Yeah. Thank you so much. This is just a small announcement. I am here on behalf of Skills for Education in semi-finale for the juniors in the first round. We had Manan Gupta and Manvi Maheshwari on a tiebreaker. And as per internal review, we've come to this conclusion that both of them gave the right answer for the tiebreaker question. Hence, congratulations, Manan. Even you've made it to the finals of the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz. Can we have a round of applause for Manan? And Manan, would you like to say something?
Yes, sir. I would like to say thanks to everyone in the management team so that I got qualified just because of that issue, and you all said that I have been qualified, that hexagon was also the correct answer.
All right. Thank you so much, Manan. We wish you the very best and all the other students as well over here. Over to you, Miss Pranjali, for the semi-finals of the seniors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. And with that, I think it's time for us to move into the seniors category. We have our students here all prepared, and I can see a little bit of nervousness does exist, and I can sense it. But as usual, before we start off, before we go ahead, why don't we quickly take a round of introductions? So I'm going to hand it over to our assistant quiz master for today, Miss Sohini. Miss Sohini, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Hello, students. How are you all doing? How are you all feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous. Om says nervous. Siddharth, how are you feeling? Okay, Sakshin, Prabhav, anything before the quiz starts that you all want to say?
No, ma'am. I'm generally just the same as Siddharth said. We're just nervous.
Okay, let's take the nervousness out. And before we actually get into the quiz, let's know ourselves or know each other. To introduce myself, I'm Shoini Chakrabarti, and I'm the assistant quiz master for you all today. I've met you all before for quarters, and I'm going to be the scorekeeper like last time. I'll keep coming in, tell you the good news and everything, show you how the board looks like. And let's quickly have introductions. Let's start with Om.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Om Bindale. I'm from Elpo International School, Pune, and I'm 13 years old.
Great. Prabhav, do you want to go next?
My name is Prabhav Kalsi. I study in 7th class in Global's public school. And I am 12 years old.
Okay. Let's hear from Sakshin.
I'm Sakshin Ghosh. I study in Delhi Public School, Gurgaon, Sector 45. And this is actually my first ever quizzing experience. So I'm really excited. Personally, from whatever I've experienced so far, I think quizzing is really fun. And I would love to progress to the next round.
That is a great spirit to have. Siddharth.
Hi, I'm Siddharth. I'm in class 9 in St. Thomas Residential School. And I like reading, creative writing, public speaking, and listening to music.
Amazing. Okay, we have music lover here. I think that was a great round of introductions. Over to you, Pranjali ma'am, and very best of luck.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Sohini. And warm welcome to all our participants and our audience members who've joined us live. Well, we are really excited to kickstart the semi-finale for our senior students. We just got done with our juniors and they've done so well. And I'm sure our seniors are going to do equally well or probably better. Let's find out. And this is the 4th edition of the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz. And this is the senior slot. I'm really looking forward to conducting both the slots today evening. Let's quickly get into understanding what is it that we are looking at. But before that, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our knowledge partners, Juggernaut, and our gifting partner, Scram, for being associated with the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz. They have some really exciting gifts to offer to our winners. And with that, let's get into understanding the general rules. So as you all know, the quiz is being conducted via Zoom, and we're following all the essential MHA security guidelines. Participating students have to be isolated at the venue, and they can neither mute nor turn off their video at any point in time during the quiz. If in case of a connectivity or disconnection issue, a clear process is followed to ensure no competitive advantages. Any form of cheating or prompting will result in automatic disqualification. The quiz master's decision is final. That's me and Ms. Sohini. Cell phones only allowed to be kept in front of the screen for resolving connectivity issues with the host in case of any. Beyond this, of course, there are two different semi-final quizzes we are conducting today on the 30th of April 2022. We have 4 students per slot. In this slot, we have our 4 students who've already introduced themselves. But out of these 4, only 2 are going to qualify for the grand finale. And the theme for the semi-finals quiz is classic novels. So that is the theme. Now, on that note, let's look at what we have to offer. There are 4 different rounds in this semi-finals. We have all these 4 rounds, which have formats related to classic novels. Can you name some classic novels? Participants, let's start off with Siddharth.
Moby Dick.
Okay, what about Sakshin?
A Tale of Two Cities.
Om? Any classic novel of your choice.
I don't have like.
Okay, no worries. By the end of the quiz, I hope you have a favorite. Prabhav.
Mom, I have read Brave New World.
Okay, that's good to hear. So thank you for informing me about your favorite classic novels. Now, let me tell you the formats will be related to these and some of the very interesting classic novels. And with that, I just want to wish you all the very best. Before we go ahead in round number 1, you know, we have a ritual that we always do. And can anyone tell me what that is?
Shaking the hands.
Shaking the hands. Okay. So we are definitely going to do that. Okay. So I want all of you to unmute yourself and raise your hands. Everybody. And at the count of 3, everyone simply has to wiggle their hands. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on. Wiggle. My God, you all look so tired already. Come on. Let me see energy. Yes. And stop. Do it one last time. 3, 2, 1, go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on. I can't see y'all. No energy. Come on. Energy. Yes. And stop. Okay. Now that we are started up, let's quickly start off with the first round. The first round is called Discovery of India. In this round, each contestant will be asked 2 direct questions, but not one after the other. If answered correctly, the contestant will get 15 points, no negative marking for an incorrect answer. However, if the question is not answered correctly, it can be carried forward to the next participant for 5 points, no negative marking in case of a carry forward question. Yes, so these are the simple instructions for round 1. All the very best, participants. While a particular participant is being asked a question, I request the others to be on mute. And with that, let me quickly tell you the order that we are going to follow for this round.
I have a question. I have a query. Ma'am, will there be any time limit? Like, you have to answer within this time limit?
10 seconds. Yeah, that is standard throughout the quiz. Okay. All right. So on that note, let me tell you the order that we're going to follow. First up, we have Prabhav. After Prabhav, Sakshin, Om, and then Siddharth. So Prabhav, is your turn. The rest of you, please mute yourself. Prabhav, you have to unmute. And before we go ahead, let's look at a sample question. Recently, India's longest river ropeway was unveiled in Guwahati. The river is also known as Siang or Dihang River in Arunachal Pradesh, but goes on to become the largest river in Northeast India. Can you name this river? Anybody can answer. It's a sample question.
Brahmaputra.
Okay. Two of our participants said Brahmaputra. Well, that is definitely the correct answer. Well done. Okay. And this was a sample question. If you answer it correctly, you get 15 points. Okay. So no negative marking. So don't worry. You can also give a random guess. That's totally fine if you don't know the answer. With that, let's come to the direct question for Prabhav. Here is your question. The highest cricket ground in the world is situated in India at a place called Chail in the state X. The Kalkat Dam toy train situated here is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Apart from Jammu and Kashmir, X is known as the Apple State of India. Identify X.
Himachal Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh, why do you think that's the answer, Prabhav?
Ma'am, because I've read it in my social science book.
You read it in your social science book. It has been very, very helpful because Himachal Pradesh is the correct answer. Yes, this is the toy train we've spoken about. And in fact, Himachal Pradesh is also called as the Apple State because of the large production of apples. So well done, Prabhav, 15 points to you. With that, we move on to Sakshan's direct question. Sakshan, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here is your direct question. Why is a major Indian river? Some of its major tributaries include the Ken and Betwa. The river serves as a lifeline for cities like Agra, where the Taj Mahal is also situated. Identify why.
It is Yamuna.
Well, why do you think it's Yamuna, Sakshan?
It just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
Just makes sense.
It's in Agra.
Also because the Taj Mahal has been mentioned.
Absolutely right. Well done. As you can see in this
picture, very close.
Yamuna flows very close to the
and
Taj.
You can see it in the picture here.
Yes, absolutely. Well done. 15 points to you, Sakshan. That's a brilliant answer. And with that, we move on to Om's direct question. Om, here is your direct question. Other participants requested to be muted. You are visiting the famous Karni Mata temple, also called the Temple of Rats. The temple is home to 25,000 black rats and a handful of white rats. Visitors are said to be blessed if they can spot the white rats. Once you have paid your respect, you visit the nearby city where you explore the Chintamani and Junagadh fort and relish the world famous Bikaner Bhujia that you get here. Which Indian state are you in?
Ma'am, I guess UP.
You guess UP. Why is your guess UP? You think Bikaner Bhujia is famous in UP?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, let me tell you that is the incorrect answer. So we are going to move forward since it's a carry forward. Siddhant?
Ma'am, Rajasthan.
Rajasthan? Why are you so confident? How do you know it's Rajasthan?
I've gone to Rajasthan and I've seen the tour brochure, and I've seen Karni Mata temple. So
that's amazing. So you see, tourism also in a way helps us to build our knowledge base. You're absolutely right. It's Rajasthan. Bikaner Bhujia, Bikaner, Rajasthan. That was a hint. You should have utilized it. But nevertheless, good job. And Siddhant, you get 5 points for the carry forward. And we come to your direct question. I hope you're ready for your direct question. Here it is. On your school trip, you visit the ancient Buddhist caves, Karla and Bedse. Once done, the guide informs you that you can visit a nearby city that was known as the Oxford of the East. You will find the Aga Khan Palace and Shaniwar Wada here. Which city is the guide talking about? Unmute and tell us, Siddharth.
Pune.
Pune? Why do you think it's Pune?
Ma'am, Aga Khan Palace is in Pune, right?
Well, Siddharth, you're absolutely right. It's the Pune city. Aga Khan Palace is in Pune. And in fact, it was also considered to be prison for Gandhiji once upon a time. He was prisoned in Aga Khan Palace. Well done. Pune is the correct answer. And with that, we come to the next set of questions for all of you in this round. So coming back to Prabhav. Prabhav, are you ready for a second question?
Yes, ma'am.
Here it is. Lion-tailed macaws are an endangered species belonging to a family of old world monkeys. This species is endemic to a mountain range in India that you will find running across Karnataka and Kerala among 4 other states. Which mountain range are we talking about? 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up, Prabhav. Unfortunately, we'll have to move it forward to the next person. Suction.
The answer is the Western Ghats.
The answer is the Western Ghats. Why do you think it's the Western Ghats?
Ma'am,
Suction?
it is written in the question only. It is running across Karnataka and Kerala. Ma'am, the Western Ghats are there.
Right. Good application of logic, Suction. It's the Western Ghats, Karnataka, Kerala, western part of India. And you've gotten it correct. 5 points to you, Suction. You're doing extremely well with carry forwards. Good job. And with that, we move ahead to the direct question for Suction. Here is your question, Suction. Achilles is a heroic character in Greek mythology and is considered the greatest warrior. He is shown to have only one weakness, his heel. Similarly, Lord X in Indian mythology is all-powerful. However, he is said to have ascended to heaven after being shot mistakenly in the heel by a hunter. ISKCON is a religious organization associated with Lord X. Identify X.
Ma'am, it is Lord Krishna.
Why do you think so?
Ma'am, I've read the stories in the comic book, Amar Chitra Gatha. Ma'am, I know that he was shot in his heel by a hunter. And I remember in the comic that the hunter was he was kind of confused and he was sad and he was feeling very sorry.
Okay, Suction, thank you for that storytelling bit.
Killing a very famous god.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's Lord Krishna, and you get 15 points. Good job. And I'm glad you got into reading Amar Chitra Katha because that scored you 15 points in this round. So well done. And with that, we are going to move ahead to the direct question for Om. Om, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. Dash was a game that finds its modern origin in the Indian state of Manipur. The local term used for the sport is Sagol Kanjai. As the sport got westernized, it acquired the name Dash. Helmets, boots, saddle, mallet, and a ball are essential equipments required to play Dash. Fill in the blanks. You have 5 seconds left.
Ma'am, I don't know the exact name of it. Like, I have related words like horse hockey.
Horse hockey. Unfortunately, we won't give you scores for related words. We have to move forward. Siddharth, it's your turn.
It's polo.
It's polo. Well, very confidently, Siddharth has mentioned it's polo, helmet, boots, saddles, mallet, and a ball. That is definitely the correct answer. Well, Om, horse hockey is not a real word, I would say. So I wouldn't be able to give it to you, but Siddharth gets 5 points. In fact, polo is said to be a game which first originated in Persia, which is modern day Iran. So yes, thank you, Siddharth. You get 5 points. And with that, we move to the direct question for Siddharth. There is your Bajakur is a city located in state South India. It is a pineapple city due to the large-scale production of the fruit here. Once in X, you are sure to relish the Malabar parota during your trip. Which state are you in?
From Kerala.
Why do you think it's Kerala?
Because I live in Kerala and I eat parota and beef roast. It's very popular.
Wow, that is good fortune for you, Siddharth. That is definitely the correct answer. And it's good to hear that you eat parota. That was a wonderful explanation you gave right there. Thank you very much. 15 points to you. And with that, we come to the end of round 1. But before we end, one simple question for our audience members. The dash tree is revered in India for its medicinal benefits and is a common ingredient in Ayurvedic products. Dash oil is used extensively as an insecticide in our country. Across India, you will see people brushing their teeth with short dash sticks. Fill in the blanks. This is for audience. So students, do not answer this question yet. We'll give the audience members 10 seconds. Yes, Sakshin, would you like to answer? You raise your hand.
Neem.
Neem is definitely the correct answer. Well done. A medicinal plant used for a lot.
Carry any marks?
Sorry?
Ma'am, does this question carry any marks? Like,
fortunately, not Sakshin. This was for audience. I would have loved to give it to you, but unfortunately not. And with that, it's time to listen to the scores. I am going to hand it over to Sohini ma'am. Yes, Sohini ma'am, over to you.
Hello. I'm back with the scores. Are you all excited? Suction is praying. Suction is breathing. Okay, so the scoreboard looks somewhat like that. Prabhav is on 15, Sakshin is on 35, Om is yet to start his scoreboard, and Siddharth is on 40. I think that was a great round.
Yes, definitely. That was a good round. And in fact, don't worry, this is just the first round. You have a lot many rounds to go. You have 3 different rounds to go. So anything can happen. And with that, let me quickly come to a very important announcement that I would like to make before we go ahead to the second round. And that is with regards to the events that we're organizing for our participating students at the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4th edition. So students, of course, we had 2 very successful events which took place in the past few days. And now we have another very interesting event that we are organizing, the Night of the New World Order. It is for all our participating students and it's happening on the 4th of May. Let me quickly share the details with all of you. I shall reshare my screen. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, participants, please give me a thumbs up once my screen is visible to you all. Is it visible?
No, ma'am, it is showing has started.
Okay, all right. So yes, the New World Order happening on the 4th of May, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. I don't think any of the students would want to miss it. It's a really interesting and fun activity. And I'm sure you will have a lot of fun while you participate in this activity. So you should definitely participate. You should definitely come and keep yourselves free. Mark the date and the time, 4th May, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. And with that, we will come to round number 2. Round number 2 is also based on the theme of classic novels. It's called Charles Dickens, one of the famous novelists. Charles Dickens is considered one of the most revolutionary writers of the 19th century. He was known for writing about societal issues that authors at that time avoided writing about, such as life of poor people or the conditions of orphans at that time. This round is based on 3 of Dickens' most popular books. There are 3 questions based on each of these 3 books. Each contestant will choose one category for the next contestant to answer a question. For instance, contestant 1 will choose category for contestant 2 to answer the question, and so on. No contestant shall answer 2 questions from the same category. Okay, I will be changing the flow for this round. The 3 books that are associated and their associated categories are Tale of Two Cities, questions related to cities, Great Expectations, question related to great personalities, and Hard Times, question based on wars. Now, each contestant will be asked 2 questions, but not one after the other. And for each correct answer, you get 20 points. And for an incorrect answer, you get -5. So there is definitely negative marking there. If answered incorrectly, the question can be carried forward for 5 points. No negative marking for carry forward. All the best, students. I'm going to tell you the order that we're going to follow. This time we'll go backwards. So first up, we'll have Siddharth, then Om, then Sakshin, and then Prabhav. Now, the choice of questions will be done by Prabhav for Siddharth, Siddharth for Om, and Om will choose for Sakshin, and Sakshin will choose for Prabhav. Okay, so first up we have Siddharth and Prabhav. You get to choose the category.
I'm have to choose a Tale of Two Cities, Hard Times, all that.
Okay, so Tale of Two Cities for Siddharth, which is question related to different cities. So all the very best, Siddharth. I am just going to share my screen once again. Please give me a minute while I do that. And students, please give me a thumbs up once the question is visible on your screen. Yes, is it visible?
No, ma'am. I cannot see it.
Okay, Siddharth. We'll wait until you do.
It is showing loading. Now I can see in the All India Global GKS.
Okay, so here's your question, Siddharth. Question 1. Dash is one of the most important cities of India economically. It is the most important diamond cutting and polishing center in the world. This western city is known for the Dash craft. Beyond this, Dash is the biggest center for the manufacture of MMF, man-made fibers in India. Fill in the blanks.
And all these blanks are only one answer.
Yes. 10
Surat.
seconds.
Surat.
Surat. Why do you think it's Surat, Siddharth?
Because diamond cutting is Surat. I don't know about the man-made fiber, but I know that diamond cutting is Surat. So that's why I asked if both the blanks are the same.
That is definitely the correct answer, Siddharth. Well done, and I'm glad you used one of the hints in the question. Surat is the correct answer when you look at fabric, when you look at textiles, also known as the diamond city because it polishes a lot many diamonds in the world. So well done, Siddharth. That fetches you 20 points. And with that, we will move ahead to the next participant. Siddharth, you get to choose the criteria or the category for home.
Hard times.
Hard times. So questions related to wars. Om, are you ready for your direct question related to wars?
Yes, ma'am.
How good are you with information or knowledge related to wars? How much would you score yourself?
I think a little bit. I'm around 6 or 7 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough. All right. All the very best. And please let me know once the question is visible on your screen. I'm just going to reshare my screen. Okay, here is your question, Om. The Battle of Chausa was one of the most important wars fought between Mughal Emperor Humayun and X. In the battle, X emerged victorious and drove out Humayun from his kingdom. It was only after X's accidental death that Mughal rule could be established again. X is credited with having built the Grand Trunk Road in the way we see it today. Identify X. Ten seconds, Om. 5, 4.
Ma'am, I'll guess Akbar, I think.
You've guessed Akbar. Unfortunately, it's the incorrect answer. -5 to you, Om. And with that, it gets carry forward. Okay? It gets carry forward to Suction.
The answer is Sher Shah Suri.
Why do you think that's the right answer, Suction?
First of all, Sher Shah Suri was the one who drove out Humayun from his kingdom. It's in the question. And second of all, my hometown is actually in Kolkata, and we were going down the Grand Trunk Road, GT Road, and my mother was also born there, so she told me about the story.
That is amazing, and I am glad that your mom told you that story and you had that discussion, because Sher Shah Suri is the correct answer, and that fetches you 5 points for the carry forward. Well done, Sakshin. That was definitely a good answer, I must say. And with that, we come to your direct question. Om gets to decide the category for you. So Om, over to you.
Ma'am, can you tell what was the second category?
Great expectations.
Yeah, that ensures.
Okay, so we have great expectations for our Sakshin. And Sakshin, I hope you're ready for your direct question. I am going to share my screen now.
Yes.
Please let me know once my screen is visible. Yes.
And I can't see it yet.
Okay, we'll give it a minute. All right, Sakshin, here is your direct question. Expectations. Dash is one of India's most iconic figures associated with Kolkata. Dash set up the missionaries of charity in the city to help people that have become a burden to the society and are shunned by everyone. Dash went on to win the Bharat Ratna as well as the Nobel Peace Prize. Fill in the blanks.
And Mother Teresa.
Well, Sakshan, I don't think I have to ask you why you've answered Mother Teresa. It's plain and clear. You are somebody who has been and from, Kolkata, you know things in and out. And Bharat Ratna and Nobel Peace Prize, missionaries of charities, keywords to help you answer. Mother Teresa is definitely the correct answer. You get 20 points, Sakshan. Well done. That was a good way to answer the question. And in fact,
I'm gonna
Yes,
say a
please.
fact about Mother Teresa. Ma'am, Mother Teresa's real name was Agnes Gonxa. Ma'am, Gonxa.
That is
I'm not
amazing
sure about the last name,
information.
ma'am, but
Thank
I
you
knew
so
that the
much,
first name is Agnes. Ma'am, I remember reading that in a Namachitra comic as well. She had actually gone against her father's wish for her to, do general things, but she had gone against her father's wish and had gone to, do charity.
Thank you so much, Sakshi, for that extra piece of information. Definitely very valuable for all of us as listeners. And with that, we come to the next participant, that is Prabhav. Sakshan, you get to choose the category for Prabhav. So what would you like to choose?
Hard times.
Hard times. Prabhav, how good are you with information related to wars?
Mom, not that much.
Not so great. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know once it's visible. Yes, please let me know once the screen is visible. Can give it a minute to load.
Mom, it is just showing the gallery view.
All right. Hard times. Is
Yes.
Paris burning is a landmark question that a dictator often called the Führer asked his generals in the middle of dash. The Führer wanted to burn Paris to the ground so as to demoralize the Allied forces who had started regaining lost ground. The Battle of Normandy and the attack on Pearl Harbor were important battles within dash. Fill in the blanks with the name of the war. Ten seconds, Prabhav. 3, 2, 1.
Mom, World War II.
Prabhav, time is up. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be considering that answer. We move on to the next person. We have Siddharth. Siddharth.
Ma'am, World War II.
World War II. I think it's World War II.
Ma'am, because the Führer, it's Hitler. I think he is the most important, one of the most important people in World War II. So
Yes. Yes, the Führer, again, German name. And beyond that, if you look at the hints in the question, Battle of Normandy, attack on Pearl Harbor, these are all really notable incidences, obviously from World War II. So well done, Siddharth. You get 5 points. And with that, Prabhav, you land on a 0. You don't get marked negatively because you didn't answer in the given time. Yes, but well done. And with that, I think it's time for us to come to the direct question for Sakshan. I'm sorry, for Siddharth. Yes, for Siddharth. So Prabhav, please choose the category for Siddharth.
Mom, A Tale of Two Cities.
Tale of Two Cities. Sohini ma'am, has that question been asked to Siddharth?
It already has been asked.
Okay, so only 2 options, Great Expectations or Hard Times.
Mom, then Great Expectations.
Great Expectations it is. Okay, I am going to be sharing my screen very quickly. All the very best, Siddharth. Here
thank
is
you,
your
ma'am.
related to Great Expectations, which means great possibilities around the world and throughout history. Please let me know once the screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. I still cannot see it. Okay, ma'am. Now I can see.
Okay. Z is considered one of the most influential personalities in human history. Believed to be the last prophet, Z is the founder of Islam. The traditions or sayings attributed to Z are called hadith among followers of Islam. Can you identify Z?
Prophet Muhammad,
Prophet Muhammad, why do you think that's the correct answer?
because I studied it for my school. We have a religious examination on all the religions, so I have to study uh, every religion. So I studied.
That is amazing to hear, and the fact that you have a subject related to different religions, that is amazing, Siddharth. And that is definitely the correct answer, Prophet Muhammad. You scored 20 points for yourself. Well done.
Ma'am, I
And
have a query.
yes, Om, you may ask your query.
You can clearly hear him typing, ma'am.
Okay, that's not really typing. If you unmute yourself, Siddharth, once again, can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
That is a click, ma'am. You can clearly hear him typing.
Ma'am, it's not a click, ma'am. I'm just unmuting myself.
Noise. Yes. Thank you, Om, for bringing it to our notice, but unfortunately, we do not detect any sort of cheating. So we are going to proceed. Siddharth, you've gotten 20 points to yourself. Well done. And with that, it's time for our next participant. Siddharth, you get to choose the categories for Om. So what category would it be?
Ma'am, great expectations.
Great expectations. Sohini ma'am, has that been done for Siddharth? For Om, sorry.
No, that
No.
hasn't great expectations.
Okay, lovely. So Om, it's great expectations for you. And we are coming to your direct question. I hope you're ready for your direct question. Just let me know once my screen is visible to you. Yes, Om, all the best. Great expectation related to personalities. Also, participants, please note, this is the last question in this category. So this category cannot be picked for anyone else anymore. X was an Italian explorer who is known for his expeditions across the Atlantic Ocean. It is popularly believed that he discovered the Americas while he was trying to discover a route to the East Indies. An important country in South America with its capital at Bogota is named after X. Identify X.
Ma'am, so I have to guess the explorer, right?
Yes.
I think Columbus.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Well, Columbus or Christopher Columbus is definitely the right answer. I'm going to give it to you. 20 points, Om. Well done. Christopher Columbus, of course, Americas. We are talking about him being an explorer who is of Italian origin. So that was one hint right there. And beyond that, he is also considered to be the one to discover or trying to discover the route to East Indies. So yes, good job, Om. With that, you scored 20 points for yourself. And now we come to the next participant, Sakshin. Om, which category would you like to pick for Sakshin?
The Tale of Two Cities.
Tale of Two Cities. Okay, I don't think that has been picked for Sakshin. So, Sakshin, I hope you're ready for your direct question. Yes, I'm
ready.
And do let me know once my screen is visible to you. Yes, Akshin. So here is your question, Tale of Two Cities. You have just landed in an Indian city that is often called the cultural capital of India. The city is famous for its delicious jhalmuri and the love of reading among its residents. To travel across the city, you can use Asia's oldest tram network, still operational since 1900s, and India's oldest metro rail network. Which city are you in? Sakshin is smiling already.
Yes. Kolkata. I'm the cultural capital of India. Ma'am, Jhalmuri. Ma'am, the oldest tram network. Ma'am, these are so easy.
Lovely. That is definitely the correct answer. Well done, Sakshin. And somehow you've been fortunate enough to get questions related to Kolkata. It's amazing to see. And you've performed well. So you get 20 points. Well done. And Sakshin, on that note, Which category would you like to choose for Prabhav?
Which category has already been chosen for him? Ma'am, I think I chose hard times last time, ma'am. So this time I will choose for him, ma'am, A Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah.
Tale of Two Cities it is. Okay, so we come to your direct question, Prabhav, and this is the final question in this round. So all the very best. Prabhav, here is your direct question. And do let me know once the screen is visible to you. Well, here it is. Dash, also known as Kashi, is believed to be the oldest continually inhabited city in the world. Famous Indian saints like Kabir and Ravidas were born and spent their lives here. Considered an important place for salvation in Hindu mythology, the world-famous Manikarnika and Dashwamedh Ghats are located in Dash. Fill in the blanks.
Ma'am, Varanasi.
Varanasi. Why do you think the answer is Varanasi? Prabhav?
According to what I read, Kashi was Varanasi only.
Yes, and another name for Varanasi is Banaras as well. Well done, Prabhav. You've scored 20 points for yourself. We are definitely talking about Banaras or Varanasi, also known as Kashi in the olden times, considered to be one of the oldest cities in the world. Great job. And with that, we come to the end of the second round. You all have done fabulous jobs, and I must say that hardly any carry forwards in this round. So over to Miss Sohini.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am back. I love how every time I am coming, suction goes like that. And don't be tense. It's okay. Okay, so the score looks somewhat like this. Prabhav is on 35, Sakshin is on 80, Om is on 15, and Siddharth is on 85. Om is yet to, run the race faster. And I'm sure that'll happen in the next two rounds. Siddharth and Sakshin are on fire.
Well done. And you all are doing well. Don't worry, we have 2 more rounds to go. Anything can happen. Yes, we are going to come to the third round. But before we do that, I have some very interesting and important piece of information that I would like to share with all of you. Summers are here and so are vacations, right? So we at Skillsphere are organizing the Global Quizzers Club Summer Edition. Okay. And it's exclusively for all our participants from the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz who will be getting a free session. So all you have to do is just sign up and you'll get a free session. Not only that, but all our students watching through our YouTube live, our audience members, if you are interested, you can also enroll yourself. Simply sign up for the free session and attend the Global Quizzers Club Summer Edition. We are going to cover a range of different topics, right from sports, wildlife, science, monuments, history, a lot of different things. So you will get an insight into different topics in a fun way. So it's going to be a fun learning process, and I'm sure a lot of you would be excited to be a part of the Global Quizzers Club. So with that, let me quickly move on to the next round we have for our seniors participants. And it's called Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective, one of the most iconic characters ever developed. Written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the books revolve around how a smart and witty detective, Sherlock Holmes, goes about solving complex crimes. This image-based round will test your ability to solve complex puzzles as well. In this round, each contestant will be shown a set of 4 images, one after the other. The contestant has to guess the common link between these images. The sooner a contestant gives the common link, the more points he or she is awarded. The point scheme will be as followed. First image shown, if you guess it right, 25 points, incorrect answer, minus 15. Second image, 20 points, incorrect answer, minus 10. Third image, 10 points, incorrect answer, minus 5. Fourth image, which is the last image, 5 points, incorrect answer, 0. Okay, so these are the scores. All the very best, participants. Try and guess after the first image itself so that you can score more points, but only if you're sure. Otherwise, you'll get minus points. Yes,
Ma'am, I
Sakshi.
have one question. Ma'am, how long will the images be shown for? Like 1 second, 2 seconds, or
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
ma'am, each image?
10 seconds, yes.
Ma'am, will the images be shown together or will they be shown?
One by one.
Ma'am, so 10 seconds for all of them or 10
Yes,
seconds?
yes. Okay. Yes. All right. But remember, if you give an incorrect answer, there is also negative marking. So be wise and answer the questions.
Ma'am, what
Okay.
will happen if we are not able to answer?
What will happen if you're not able to answer? Then we go to the next image.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So if a contestant can guess the common link by just looking at the first image, you get 25. But if you guess it wrong, minus 15, and so on and so forth. Yes. So as soon as you give the wrong answer, the additional images, the next image will not be shown to you. So you don't get a chance to guess multiple times. Okay. And questions cannot be carried forward in this round. So please take a note of that as well. Yes, participants, I think you do not have any more questions or queries related to this round and the format. So we are going to start off. Let me quickly tell you the order that we are going to follow for round 3. Round 3, we'll start from between. So we'll start off with Sakshin, then Om, then Siddharth and Prabhav. So that is the order that we are following for this round. So Sakshin, you're going to be the first participant. Okay. And before we go ahead, here's a sample question. Anyone can answer this one. This is the first image. Can anybody guess? Okay, second image. Common link. Okay, third image.
From Malaysia.
Ma'am, evolution of humans.
And
Ma'am,
Madagascar.
From Malaysia.
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
It is Madagascar.
Ma'am, would it be about a specific like topic? Like, would we have to name a topic, or do we have to name specifically what that is?
The specific word.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, okay.
Okay.
I get it.
Common link, the specific word. Yes, Madagascar is the correct answer. Well done, Om. Since you answered after the third image, then you would get 10 points. Okay. So this was a sample question for all of you. And with that, we are going to come to Sakshin's direct question. Sakshin, all the very best. Here is the first image. Time up.
Ma'am, it is Pandit Ravi Shankar Sitar.
Well, you have to give the common link. So we are going to move ahead to the second question, or the second image. Sakshin. Your guess is correct, which is why I'm showing you the second image, but you have to find the perfect word. Common link between the first and the second one.
Ma'am, ma'am, all have made movie music.
I'm going to give it to you because they are definitely musicians. So well done. They're classical musicians, but I'm definitely going to give it to you. They are musicians. And with that, you scored 20 points, Sakshin. Very good. The next set of images would have been so yes, all decorated classical musicians of India. Pandit Ravi Shankar Sitar, you guessed it right. So I'm definitely going to give you 20 points. Well done, Sakshin. And with that, we are going to come to the next participant, which is Om. Om, are you ready for a direct question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Time up. Since you've not guessed it, we move on to the second image. Time up. We move on to the third image.
Ma'am, all are cloth brand, I think.
Cloth brands, specific word, Om, because you are close.
Bags, I guess.
Okay, unfortunately, you've given two different answers, bags and cloth. So these are two different answers, Om. So
My main guess would be clothes only, I think.
Unfortunately, I won't consider two options as answers. So you get -5. And with that, there is no carry forward. But would anybody like to answer this one? Yes, Sakshan, you've raised your hand.
And these are all luxury fashion brands.
That's right. Luxury fashion brands. Okay. No worries, Om. I don't think you're into shopping much. So no worries. The other images would have been. Okay. No problem. All are popular fashion brands. Well done. And with that, we come to the direct question for Siddharth. Siddharth, here is your set. Siddharth, as a safe thing that we can do, can you just raise both your hands while you answer this question?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that's great. Thank you, Siddharth. Here is your direct question.
Yes, ma'am. The next.
Next, okay, you'd like to pass on to the next one. Okay.
What are companies owned by Elon Musk?
That is the correct answer. Well done, Siddharth. And I'm glad you didn't take a risk in the first one. You actually went on to the next one. 20 points to you, Siddharth. Companies owned by Elon Musk. Recently, Elon Musk has, bought Twitter. So that's very recent news. SpaceX.
He has bought it for $40 billion. Ma'am, he
Yes,
has bought it for $40 billion and still he is the richest man on earth.
Yes. Thank you, Sakshan, for that additional information. Siddharth has scored 20 points. And with that, we come to the direct question for Prabhav. Prabhav, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here is your direct question, Prabhav. Yes. Time up. Moving on to the second picture.
Ma'am, they all are agencies.
What agencies? Be specific, Prabhav.
Ma'am, government agencies.
Government agencies. A little more specific, Prabhav. Because you're close, I'm giving you a chance.
Ma'am, from Russia.
Okay, time up. Would you like to give a final answer or move to the next image?
Ma'am,
Unfortunately, because the time is up, we are moving to the next image, Prabhav.
Ma'am, secret agencies.
What agencies?
Secret agencies.
Unfortunately, that's the incorrect answer, Prabhav. Not secret agencies, not even government agencies. I will have to give you -5 here. So, Assistant Quiz Master Miss Sohini, please note -5 for Prabhav. Siddharth has raised his hand. Siddharth, would you like to answer this one?
Ma'am, I will answer this one, but I also have a query. So I think it's intelligence agencies.
Yes.
And the query is like, why, like, let's just, why don't all participants raise both their hands while answering the questions?
Yes, let's do that. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to my notice. Okay. Yes. So, Siddharth, since you've given the correct answer and there were no carry forwards for this one, I won't be able to give you points, but that is absolutely right. These are all intelligence agencies we are talking about. Okay. And on that note, we come to the end of this round. But before we come to the end, I have a question for our audience members. So audience members, here is your question. That's one. That's the second image. The third image. The fourth image. And obviously, they are all popular pen manufacturing brands. So with that, we come to the end of this round and I hand it over to Ms. Sohini. Ms. Sohini, please go ahead and share the scores with all our participants.
So much, Pranjali ma'am. It was another great round. And let's quickly see the scores. So the scoreboard looks somewhat like that. Prabhav is on 30, Sakshin is on 100, Om is on 10, and Siddharth is on 105. Siddharth and Sakshin are still on fire and it's quite a close competition. All the best to everyone. Yes, Siddharth.
Ma'am, how many people get selected from this round to the next round? 2 people. Okay.
Others have.
Happy. Okay. Yes, 2 people go to the next round. And yes, now this is going to be a common rule for everybody. We want to keep it fair and justified. So whenever a participant is answering questions, please just keep your hands up. Okay? So that will be fair for everybody. Yeah?
And I'm just going to start. Ma'am, I remember before watching the live streams and ma'am, some other quiz master, ma'am, she was like continually asking the other senior batch to keep their hands up and keep it like this. Ma'am, that's why I keep it like this.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, so let's follow that drill this time as well. Okay? And just to keep it fair, it's not like anybody is dishonest. Okay? But just to keep it fair for everybody, let's do that. Yeah? So do you have a query? Your hand has been raised? Or was it from the previous?
Pranjali ma'am, Prabhav
Yes.
has connected. So.
Okay, we'll wait for Prabhav to rejoin. We'll give it 4 to 5 minutes. And until then, let me share screen. So yes, this is for all our participants and our audience members. 2 participants are going to qualify from this slot. Okay, and 2 participants from the next slot. So that is the order that we are going to follow. I believe Prabhav is just joining us. Prabhav, are you here? Can you hear us? Prabhav, can you unmute and turn on your camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you say hi or something? Can you say anything so that we know that your audio is clear?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, this is good. All right. So with that, let's move on to the next round. Round number 4, Little Women. Little Women was a revolutionary novel of its time. It is a coming of age novel based on the lives of 4 sisters and the issues that they face in their lives every day. In this round as well, contestants will be asked questions based on women who changed the world. Each contestant will be asked 1 direct question plus 15 for a correct answer. No negative marking for an incorrect answer. However, questions can be carried forward for 5 points. Okay. So plus 15 and no negative for an incorrect answer, plus 5 for carry forward. As simple and straightforward as that. The order is going to be as follows. First up, we have Om, then Siddharth, then Prabhav, and then Sakshin. Okay. So Om, are you ready for your direct question? Yes, no, anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's look at the sample question. Anybody can answer this one. At 17, X became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize for a struggle to promote women's rights and education opportunities for girl children in Pakistan. She survived an attempt on her life by an extremist group called Taliban in 2012. Identify X.
Malala Yousafzai.
That is
Malala
absolutely
Yousafzai. Yes, ma'am. I remember hearing about her recently.
yes, absolutely right. Well done. And that is the correct answer, but it was a sample question. And yes, if you've answered it correctly, you'll get 15 points. Om, here is your direct question when you're answering. Hands up. Okay. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Rosa Parks, shown in the image, was a powerful leader in the movement against racial discrimination in the USA during 1960s. A similar policy of racial segregation was followed in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was one of the most popular figures to fight against this policy. Can you guess what this policy was known as? Five seconds. Time up, Om. This question gets carried forward to Siddharth. Siddharth, hands up and answer this question.
Apartheid.
Apartheid is definitely the correct answer. Have you read up about it?
Yes, ma'am. Nelson Mandela's struggle is legendary.
Yes, it is a legendary policy and a movement, and definitely the correct answer, apartheid. Well done. And with that, we come to the direct question for Siddharth. So Siddharth has scored 5 points for the carry forward, and here is your question for 15 points, Siddharth. Susan Anthony, shown in the image, played a key role in the movement, a women's suffrage movement. The suffrage movement was a decades-long movement to ensure voting rights for women. X, headed by Jacinda Ardern today, was the first country to provide voting rights to women. Identify X.
Ma'am, New Zealand.
Why do you think it's New Zealand?
Because Jacinda Ardern was extremely popular during her first time as the head of New Zealand, and then again she won in a landslide election some time back. So she had a landslide victory too. So that's how I know Jacinda Ardern. And because of her COVID-19 management strategy, that is also extremely popular.
Absolutely. Well done, Siddharth. That's an excellent answer and information that you provided with the answer. New Zealand is the correct answer. Very good. And this is Jacinda Ardern for those of you who are not aware. Good job, Siddharth. That fetches you 15 additional points. And with that, we are moving forward to the next participant. And that participant is Prabhav. Prabhav, is your audio video clear? Can you say hi? Okay, stay unmuted, Prabhav. Prabhav, until we hear from you, we wouldn't really be able to go ahead. Okay, unfortunately, Prabhav has disconnected due to an internet issue. So we move to the next participant and we'll come back to Prabhav's question later on. So next up, we have Sakshin. Sakshin, are you ready for your direct question?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay, Sakshin. So here is your direct question. Dash was a Polish chemist who conducted pioneering research on radioactivity and was responsible for the discovery of the element radium. She is the only woman to win the Nobel Prize twice. You've already raised your hand. And the only person to win it in two scientific fields, physics and chemistry. Fill in the blanks.
Marie Curie.
Why do you think that's the correct answer?
Ma'am, because of radium. Ma'am, she died because of the exposure of radium.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Correct factual information you provided there, Sakshin. Well done. She discovered radium, and of course, because of overexposure to the element, she didn't survive. Marie Curie is the correct answer, and you get 15 points, Sakshin. Good job. And I believe Prabhav is back here. Unfortunately, he's facing severe internet issues. Prabhav, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, able to hear.
Okay, I'm glad. This is the last question. I hope your internet just survives this one question. If you could turn on your video to maintain fairness in the competition, it would be great.
Ma'am, actually, I'm not able to see your screen even.
Okay. Could you possibly turn on your camera?
Ma'am, is it visible?
No, dear. Prabhav, we give you one more chance.
Ma'am, it is actually on my side.
Yes, it's actually an internet issue on your end. Unfortunately, we cannot give you a lot more time beyond this. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, Prabhav. Otherwise, we will have to end with the quiz right here. Prabhav, can you unmute and turn on your video? Yes, we can see you. Okay, please quickly unmute yourself. We are going to ask you your direct question and then you can have all sorts of internet issues that you would like to have. Okay, yes, Prabhav, could you please unmute yourself? Okay, keep your mic unmuted. Here is your direct question, Prabhav. This literary figure significantly influenced British culture with her works such as Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice. She published her books anonymously while she was still alive. Her face also features on the £10 note. Can you identify this author? Unfortunately, Prabhav has disconnected.
Suction.
Okay, we won't be able to give it to you, Prabhav, unfortunately, because of the poor internet. And the question gets carried forward to the next participant, which is
The answer.
Sakshin, you're not next. We have changed the order, remember?
And
Om,
who's the next
Prabhav.
person?
1 minute. So it was Om, Siddharth, Prabhav, Sakshin. Yes, Sakshin. Sorry, go ahead.
Ma'am, it is Jane Austen.
Jane
Pride and
Austen.
Prejudice. Ma'am, it's a very popular book by Jane Austen.
Prejudice, very popular. Absolutely right, Sakshin. Well done. 5 points to you. And on that note, we are done with round number 4. One question for the audience members. Frida Kahlo was a painter and the first artist from Dash to have one of her paintings, The Frame, featured in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Her work influenced the Chicano movement in the US, where people of Dash origin protested for the rights of farm and migrant workers. The Chichen Itza is located in Dash, fill in the blanks. Any one of you can answer. No points for this one. It's an audience question.
I'm Mexican. Oh, Mexican origin.
Mexico, yes, Mexican, definitely that's the correct answer. And Chichen Itza is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the world, the modern 7 wonders. So yes, with that, it's time to come to the final score. So over to Miss Sohini.
Hello, everyone. Are you excited? Siddharth is like, whatever.
Me too.
Yeah, you too. So the scoreboard looks such. Prabhav is on 30, Sakshin is on 120, Om is on 10, and Siddharth is on 125. So with that, we have our two finalists for seniors, and that is Sakshan and Siddharth. Congratulations, both of you. It was quite a quiz.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well done to both our qualifying participants and all four of you. Om, Prabhav, Sakshan, Siddharth. I just want to tell you that you've made it so far out of thousands of students across India. That is a big deal in itself. So I'm sure your parents, your school, your friends, everybody is proud of you. We are really happy to have you this far. And I just want to wish you all the very best and looking forward to seeing you all in the next edition as well. Yes. So is there anything you would like to say, Sakshan?
All I would like to say is that I'm really excited for the finals and I want to see who else also progress to this level.
Lovely. Siddharth.
The quiz was extremely tough, and like the only 5 point advantage that I had was because of a question that was passed to me. So like that like shows that we both answered like almost every question, and so I'm sure that it'll be an even greater competition in the finals.
Absolutely. Sounds positive. And you both have done exceedingly well. Unfortunately, Prabhav had an internet issue in the last question. But let me tell you, students, we have our second slot starting off immediately after this. So I'd like to bid adieu to all our participants from slot 1 seniors. Thank you very much. Bye, Siddharth. Bye, Sakshan. Bye, Prabhav. And Om. And now we will be going forward to the second slot.
Bye, ma'am.
So may I leave?
Bye-bye. Yes, you may leave. Bye-bye. All right. So that was definitely an amazing experience. Slot number 1 seniors. All four of them really did well. And I think, of course, well-deserved qualifying students. Both Siddharth and Sakshim, they not only answered the direct questions, but also answered carry forward. And they had so much extra information that they wanted to share throughout the quiz. It was really a treat to listen to them and to watch them participate. So, Hiri ma'am, is there anything you would like to say before we go ahead to the next slot?
I was exactly going to say what you said, Pranjali ma'am, that the amount of knowledge that they shared, it was amazing to see them. And the questions, not only the additional questions, the audience questions, all of them, they were hands on, I think. And that was such a great quiz. That was such a great quiz. I think we are ready for our second quiz as well.
Yes, we are ready for our second slot of seniors. But before we go ahead, while the students are joining in, let me tell all our audience members who are listening to us live, we have the finals, the grand finale happening tomorrow. And I don't think you would want to miss it. It's going to be amazing. It is going to be held in the afternoon, and I'm sure all our participants who have qualified in the juniors, they are going to do brilliantly well. I can't wait to see who wins. And seniors, we have our two finalists, and we have two more who will be joining them from the second slot. And it's going to be a real treat to see them participate tomorrow. So yes, that is as far as the announcement for tomorrow's grand finale is concerned. But beyond that, of course, all the audience members, those of you who have been a part of All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4.0 as participants, all you students, I am looking forward to meeting all of you on the 4th of May when we have the Night of the New World Order. It's going to be an amazing event. Let me tell you, you'll have a lot of fun. And all the participants throughout All India Global Jigyasa Quiz, juniors and seniors, are going to be present. So I don't think you would want to miss that experience. And since it is an additional offer that we are providing you, I don't think you can afford to miss it, okay? It's going to be brilliant. So I'm looking forward to seeing all you dear participants who are watching us live at the event on the 4th. Yes. So with that, I believe our participants are here. So I request our participants to turn on their videos so that we can start off with the second slot for seniors at the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz, 4th edition. So now I'm going to hand it over to Sohini. Sohini ma'am is going to introduce all our participants. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all again. How are you all doing today? How do you feel? Ikansh, Ananya, Agastya?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Nervous and excited both.
Nervous and excited both. That's amazing. Ikansh, how do you feel?
Ma'am, same.
Same.
Nervous and excited.
Nervous and excited. Abhiram, are you there with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hello,
Yes,
Abhiram.
ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Okay. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to our second semi-final. And I'm your assistant quizmaster. You all have known me before. I'm going to keep coming in, share the good news with you, show the scoreboard, and do the drill. Yes? Are you all excited? Okay. So let's quickly do our introductions. Agastya, why don't we start from you?
My name is Agastya Prasher. I love to read books. I love to play basketball and video games, and I hate democracy.
That's a nice introduction. Ananya, let's hear from you.
My name is Ananya Kothare Kalamkara and I study in Lodha World School, Thane. I in 6th standard and this is my first time in the Global Jigyasa quiz.
That is amazing. First time it's a great start, I'm sure. Yes? Ikansh, let's hear from you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ekant Agarwal and I study in Lotus Valley International School, Gurgaon. I'm in 6th standard and I like to read books.
That's an amazing hobby to have. Abhiram, why don't you tell us?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Abhiram Nitin. I am studying in 7th. Next year, I'm going to the 8th standard. Yes, ma'am. And I love to read books, sing, and draw. Ma'am?
Yes, Abhiram.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I guess, yes, Miss Sohini, back to you. Okay, I believe Miss Sohini has slight internet issues. No worries. I will take it forward from here. So we have all 4 participants here. And we have Ekansh, Agastya, Ananya, and Abhiram. And let me tell you, this is the second slot in the Seniors All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4.0 edition. And this is the final slot on the seniors. And we are going to have 2 participants out of the 4 of you who are going to qualify to the next round. Not 1, but 2. Okay, so the probability for you to go to the grand finale is higher. The chances are higher. So all the very best. I hope all of you do well. And before we move forward, let's do the usual. What is the usual ritual that we do?
Reading exercise.
Yes. Okay, so we are all going to wiggle our hands. So I want everybody to raise both your hands very quickly. And we're going to wiggle our hands without feeling shy. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yes. All energy. Just throw all the nervousness, anxiety, and stop. Okay, let's do it one more time. This time I'd like to see your smiley faces, your teeth, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on. I can't see your teeth. I can't see Agastya's teeth. Okay, and stop. All right. So on that note, let's start off with the semi-finals for slot number 2, seniors. I am going to be sharing my screen now. Just want to wish all the participants the very best in this particular semi-final slot. Let me tell you, we just finished with the first slot of seniors and it was marvelous. Okay, we had 2 of our finalists qualifying to the next round and all 4 participants did exceedingly well. And now we have 4 additional talented young people who are going to do a much better job in this slot. Yes, we have high expectations from you. Yeah. Okay. So let's quickly get into business. So the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4th edition is here. This is the semi-finals. All of you watching us live on YouTube, let me tell you, we have our knowledge partners, Juggernaut, and gifting partner, Scram, who have really been a big part of the entire All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4th edition, and they are also going to give amazing gifts to you. So the winners are going to get gifts from Scram. So I'm sure you all are excited to see what gifts you are going to get if you do happen to win. So that was just a small shout out to them. And now we come to the general rules. Well, of course, everybody knows the quiz is being conducted on Zoom and we are following all essential MHA security guidelines. Participating students have to be in isolated venues. So I hope there is nobody running around in the background or sitting next to you helping you out. Students can neither mute nor switch off their video during the quiz. In case of disconnection or connectivity issues, a clear process is followed to ensure no competitive advantages. Any form of cheating or prompting will result in automatic disqualification. The quiz master's decision is final. And cell phones are only allowed to be kept in front of the screen for resolving connectivity issues. Beyond this, there are 2 semi-final quizzes. One is already taking place today, and this is the second one. 4 students are there in each round. 2 students will qualify to the grand finale from this slot. And the semi-finals quizzes are based on the theme of classic novels. So the format is based on classic novels. And with that, I just want to tell all our participating students, there are 4 different rounds today. And each round has a different format, which is based around the theme of classic novels. Before we go forward, can each one of you quickly tell me which is your favorite classic novel, if any? Yes, anybody would like to share which is their favorite classic novel? Yes, Agastya?
I don't read classic novels.
Ayo.
Recent ones only.
Okay, what about Ananya, Ekansh? Abira?
I also don't read.
Okay, I think you should definitely read classic novels. I'm sure once you do happen to get your hands on a classic novel, you will really finish the entire book. Okay, so yes, on that note, let's quickly start off, get into round 1. So round 1 is called Glimpses of World History. Glimpses of World History, written by Jawaharlal Nehru, was a series of letters written by him to his young daughter from various prisons that he was incarcerated in. You know who his young daughter was? Anybody?
Indira Gandhi.
That's right. The letters tried to provide a young Indira with a perspective of global developments that were taking place at that time. This round, like the book, is based on various aspects of the world. These aspects include history, flora, fauna, cities, festivals, and a range of other topics. Okay, so that's the theme for round number 1. In this round, each contestant will be asked 2 direct questions, but not one after the other. If you answer correctly, plus 15, no negative points. If you don't answer or answer incorrectly, the question gets carried forward for 5 additional points, no negative marking. So I think the format is pretty clear. 15 points for a direct answer, no negative marking, plus 5 for a carry forward. With that, let's come to the sample question. So the sample question is, this route was conceived by Tsar Alexander III, and its construction began in 1891. It passes through 80 towns and cities and crosses 16 rivers, including the Volga. It is a network of railways connecting one end of the largest country in the world to another, Moscow to Vladivostok. Name this popular rail route. Anybody can.
Siberian Railway.
Okay, well, you've mentioned Siberian Railway. Well, let me tell you, that is definitely the correct answer. It's Trans-Siberian Railway, but I'll give you that. It's a sample question, so it's okay. All right. And participants, please remember, you will have 10 questions to answer your direct question. Okay, I'm going to tell you the order very quickly for round 1. Agastya, Ananya, Ekansh, Abira. So first up, we have Agastya. Students, while you're answering, you're expected to unmute yourself and keep your hands up. You can place them like that or like that, however you like. Okay, but your hands should be up. Ready? Agastya, are you ready for a direct question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here it is. Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economist, journalist, and historian. His best known titles are the Dash Manifesto and Das Kapital. The theory believed in by a dash is the theory of a political and economic system where all resources are owned by the government and all the country's wealth would be divided equally among all the people. China and Russia claim to follow dash today. Fill in the blanks.
Communism.
Communism? Why do you think that's the correct answer?
Because Russia has a very good past in communism, and China is currently being ruled by the Communist Party of China. So.
Okay, so you picked the last point as your hint. Where, let me tell you, Karl Marx wrote this book called Dash Manifesto. That's Communist Manifesto, and communism is the correct answer. Very good. You get 15 points. Well done. And with that, we come to the next participant, Ananya. Ananya, I hope you're ready for a direct question.
Yes.
Karnak is a historical site located in a country X which comprises two massive rock cut temples. Ra is one of the most important ancient gods in country X's culture. Nefertiti was a very important ruler in the ancient times in X. Identify X. 10 seconds. 5.
Ma'am, Egypt.
You had 1 second left and you've given the answer as Egypt. Well, let me tell you, Ananya, that is actually the correct answer. Well done. We are talking about Egypt here. Very good. And in fact, if you take a look at the question once again, you would know there were several hints in the question. Okay.
Ra was there, the sun god, so very easy.
Yes.
Nefertiti
was, I think, the strongest hint for you to identify that we are talking about Egypt. So very good. That's the correct answer. You get 15 points, Ananya, but that was very close. Next time, be mindful of the time. Moving on to Ekansh. Ekansh, unmute yourself. Here is your direct question. Napoleon was a Dash military and political leader who rose to prominence during the Dash Revolution. Tour de Dash is considered the world's greatest cycle race. The Notre Cathedral is also located in Dash's capital. Fill in the blanks.
Ma'am, so it will be about France.
France. It will be about France. Why do you think it will be about France, Ekansh?
Ma'am, because I know that Napoleon ruled in France, and ma'am, the first two blanks will be French and the last two blanks will be France.
Yes, if you take a look at the language, Tour de Dash, okay, or Notre Cathedral, these are French origin words, and it is the correct answer. 15 points to you, Ekansh. Well done. And with that, we move on to the next participant, Abhiram. Abhiram, unmute yourself. Here is your direct question. These two Asian countries, X and Y, are divided by the 38th parallel, which is a name given to a latitude. X is a dictatorship while Y is a democracy. Moreover, X's Rungadro First of May Stadium is the second largest stadium in the world, while Y is home to companies like Kia and LG. Identify X and Y. 10 seconds. Hands up. Yes.
Ma'am, is there negative marking?
No.
First is Korea. Second is China. Ma'am?
Abhiram, you've answered Korea and China. Yes, but let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
Korea, or do you think it's South Korea, North Korea?
Ma'am, North Korea.
Well, let me tell you, actually, Abhiram, that's the incorrect answer. X was North Korea and Y was South Korea. Because your answers are incorrect, unfortunately. You get 0. There's no negative marking, so safe. Okay, don't worry. Okay, but okay, we are going to move ahead to the next question for Agastya. Agastya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here is your direct question, Agastya, for 15 points. The seismograph is used to record movements of the ground during an earthquake. In its earliest form, it was invented in the region where a religion named Confucianism first rose. You are likely to buy and sell things using the renminbi in this country. Which country are we talking about?
China.
Why do you think it's China?
Ma'am, seismograph was the seismograph was first invented in China. It was
yes.
Ma'am, I got it from that only.
And do you know renminbi is also the currency that's used
Yes.
in China? And you've gotten it right. Well done. 15 points to you. Good job. And with that, we come to the direct question for Ananya. Ananya, here is your direct question. You come across paintings known as the Last Supper and Mona Lisa. These paintings were made by an Italian artist during the Renaissance. You realize that one of Dan Brown's greatest novel also involves this great artist. Can you name the artist? Yes, Ananya. 5.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci, why do you think that's the answer?
Ma'am, because of Mona Lisa painting.
Because of Mona Lisa, you picked the hint. That's absolutely right. We are talking about Leonardo da Vinci. Well done. 15 points to you, Ananya. And with that, we are going to come to Ekansh's direct question. Ekansh, here is your second direct question. You are on a tour of Europe when you are told that the flower shown above caused a crisis in the Netherlands. During the crisis, the price of these flowers went through the roof, and people literally sold their belongings just to buy this flower. The entire episode is known as Dash Mania today. Fill in the blanks with the name of the flower.
Tulip.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think this crisis that we're talking about is called the Tulip Mania?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is definitely the correct answer. Well done. How did you identify the answer? Just by looking at the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And with that, we come to the direct question for Abhiram. Abhiram, I hope you're ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Here it is. You are traveling across the world when you come across a country where you get to eat ramen extensively. You have been using the super fast Shinkansen trains to travel across this country. Which country are you in?
Ma'am, Japan.
Why Japan?
Ma'am, because of ramen and Shinkansen.
Are you a foodie?
Yeah, some. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is completely the correct answer. Raman has given you 15 points. Very good, Abhiram. And with that, we come to the end of the first round. But before we end, a simple question for our audience members. Mango is one of the most loved fruits in the world, and mango season is around the corner. You are in a country where mango is a national tree. You also observe that the Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers also flow in this country, but are called Padma and Jamuna respectively. Which country are you in?
Ma'am, it is a typo. Mango is
Bangladesh.
mango is the national fruit, and banyan is the national tree.
Yes, yes, yes.
India.
Ma'am,
Well-
Bangladesh.
India.
India.
Bangladesh is the correct answer. Yes, and there is no typo in the question. Okay. Mango is definitely the national tree of Bangladesh. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, that is the correct answer. And I hope audience members have gotten it right. And with that, it's time for the scores. So, over to Miss Sohini.
Hello. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a moment. Okay. Is my screen visible? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So Agastya is on 30, Ananya is on 30, Ekansh is on 30, and Abhiram is on 15. That is quite close and everyone's head on. So here on, anything can happen and the scoreboard can turn in wonders, like, you know.
Absolutely. And in fact, this is just the beginning. We have so many more rounds to go. So I am going to reshare my screen once again. And before we go to round number 2, I have a very important announcement for all our audience members and also our finalists here. We have organized a lot of events and activities throughout the All India Global Jigyasa 4.0 season. We've had Readers Night, Gaming Gig, which have been excellent, you know, and they have been well received. And now we have the Night of the New World Order that's happening on the 4th of May, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. I don't think any of our participants should miss this opportunity. It's going to be a fun night, and I'm sure all the students are going to have a really good time at the event. So looking forward to having all of you participating in the event. And with that, it's time to move on to the next round, round number 2, called Rudyard Kipling. 3 books and their associated categories. The Jungle Book, wherein we'll have questions related to biodiversity. Man Who Would Be King, where we will have questions related to great kings. Plain Tales from the Hills, where we have questions related to natural marvels. So what is going to happen in this round essentially is that I'm sure you all know that Rudyard Kipling is one of the most well-received authors, and even today, he's written some great works like Jungle Book and The White Man's Burden. In this round, I have mentioned 3 different categories. Each participant will get to pick a category for the next participant, and that participant will have to answer the question related to that category. Okay, so one contestant gets to choose another category for the next contestant. No contestant shall answer 2 questions from the same category. Please note. Okay, and each contestant will be asked 2 questions. Each question worth 20 points, minus 5 for negative for an incorrect answer. So there is definitely negative marking there. And if answered incorrectly, the questions can be carried forward for 5 points. So 20 points for a correct answer, minus 5 for incorrect, and plus 5 for carry forward. I'm going to announce the order that we are going to follow in this round. So we'll go backwards. We'll start off with Abhiram, then Ekansh, Ananya, and Agastya. So that's the order we are going to follow. Now, Agastya gets to choose the category for Abhiram. Abhiram gets to choose for Ekansh. Ekansh gets to choose for Ananya, and Ananya gets to choose for Agastya. So that's the order that we are following for this round. And with that, let's quickly move on to the first participant. Before we go to the first participant, it's time to ask Agastya. Agastya, which category would you choose for Abhiram?
I have no idea. Let him choose what he wants.
It is not an option. You will have to choose it for him. I'll tell you the 3 categories: Jungle Book, Man Who Would Be King, Plain Tales from the Hills.
I'll give Plain Tales from the Hills.
Plain Tales from the Hills it is. Abhiram, you will be asked a question related to the same. So let me quickly share my screen. Okay. Yes. Do you remember what this is related to? Which category?
Yes, ma'am. Hills.
Yes, correct. Yes, so we are going to reshare my screen. Please let me know once my screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. We can see.
Okay, Abhiram, here is your direct question.
Ma'am. Yeah. Okay.
The Lonar Lake is the only lake formed by a meteorite collision in India. Research has found that some minerals found in this lake are similar to those found in moon rocks. It is located in the same state where you will find the Jadavgarh Fort. Can you name this state? 10 seconds.
I don't know, ma'am.
You don't know the answer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we pass it on to Agastya. Yes, Agastya. I'm sorry. We pass it on to Ekansh. Apologies. Yes, Ekansh.
Ma'am, I'm guessing it's Madhya Pradesh, maybe.
Madhya Pradesh, unfortunately, is the incorrect answer. We pass it on to the next person, and that is Ananya.
Ma'am, is it Maharashtra?
Is it Maharashtra? Yes, it is. 5 points to Ananya. Well done. We are talking about Maharashtra. Lonar Lake is actually formed due to a crater falling, okay, on this piece of land. So this lake has been formed. And yes, Ananya, you got it right. So you get 5 points for the carry forward. And with that, let me come to the part where I'd like to ask Abhiram, what category would you like to choose for Ekansh?
Ma'am. Ma'am, the second one. That,
Man who would be a king?
yes,
Man who-
ma'am.
Okay, so man who would be king is the criteria or the category that you've chosen. So now I'm going to come to your direct question. Please raise your hand or give me a thumbs up once the screen is visible. All the very best, Ekansh. And here it is. So man who would be king category. Here is your direct question. Apologies, give it some time. I think it's loading. Okay, this is not the question that I'm asking, obviously, because this is the answer. So the question that I'm asking you is this. The Y pillar was built to mark Emperor Y's visit to Sarnath. Currently, Sarnath is located in Banaras. Y's inscriptions refer to him as Devanampiya, meaning beloved of the gods. Can you identify the famous ruler?
Ma'am, Ashoka.
Ekant said Ashoka. Why is it Ashoka?
Ma'am, because I know that he visited Sarnath and there is a pillar for him there.
Yes,
Ashoka.
the Ashoka pillar. Absolutely right. Well done, Ekansh. And with that, you scored yourself 20 points. Good job. Very good. And
Ma'am,
with that,
20.
yes, it's 20 points.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. And with that, we come to the next participant, and that is Ananya. So, yes, Ekansh, why don't you choose the category for Ananya?
Ma'am, I would choose the natural wonders.
Do you want to say?
Plain tales from the hills.
Okay. So, plain tales from the hills for Ananya. Ananya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here is your direct question. For plain tales. Please let me know once my screen is visible, and please raise your hands while you answer the question. Yes. Ananya, is my screen visible to you?
Ma'am, it's not visible.
Okay, it's loading, so you can give it a minute. Okay, here it is. The Cable Limjaw National Park is the only floating park in the world. This beautiful marvel is created by the Loktak Lake in state Z. One of India's boxers, Mary Kom, also belongs to Z. Identify Z. 5 seconds.
Manipur?
Manipur. Ananya said Manipur at 3 seconds. Ananya, I don't know why you cut it so close to the time, but it is the correct answer. So 20 points to you. Well done. We are talking about Manipur, and Mary Kom is from Manipur.
Yes,
Absolutely right. Good job. One of the northeastern states, Seven Sisters, as they call it. And with that, we come to the direct question for Agastya. So Ananya, which category do you choose for Agastya?
Ma'am, the second one, the man would be.
Man would be king. Okay, fair enough. Let me quickly ask the question. All right, Agastya, are you ready for your direct question?
Yes, ma'am.
Man who would be king. Okay. And let me know once the screen is visible. And remember, you have to keep your hands raised. Okay. It's loading, so give it some time.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. Yes, Dash is considered one of the greatest Indian rulers. Monuments like the Buland Darwaza and Old Agra Fort were built by Dash. Moreover, he is known for having 9 jewels or Navratnas in his fort. These Navratnas included Tansen, Raja Todarmal, and Raja Man Singh, among others. Fill in the blanks.
Ma'am, Akbar.
Okay, Agastya said Akbar. Why Akbar?
Ma'am, because the 9 jewels, Tansen, Raja Todarmal and Raja Man Singh were present in Akbar's court. Pretty sure.
Yes, and in fact, he was a lover of art and music. Absolutely right. Akbar is the correct answer. 20 points to you, Agastya. And with that, we come to the second set of questions for all our participants. And we are going to start off once again with Abhiram. So, Agastya, which category would you choose for Abhiram?
I'm the first one.
Jungle Book. Okay. So, Abhiram, Jungle Book for you. All the very best.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I'm going to ask you your question in a minute. Yes, let me know once the screen is visible to you. Okay. And remember, you have to keep your hands raised.
Yes.
Abhiram.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, is my screen visible to you, Abhiram?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No.
Okay, great. So, Abhiram, here is your direct question. The flower shown above is used most extensively to derive products like opium, morphine from it. While opium is an illegal drug, morphine is used to relieve pain in several medical cases. Can you identify this flower?
Ma'am, it's the opium poppy.
It's the opium poppy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that is definitely the correct answer. Well done, Abhiram. You get 20
Yes,
points. Commonly called poppy. Very good.
Yes,
Done exceedingly well. How do you know about this?
Ma'am, my mother once told me about this.
Oh, that's brilliant. Amazing. Okay.
Yes.
With that, we come to Abhiram choosing the question or the category for Ekansh. So, yes,
Okay,
Abhiram.
Ma'am. Ma'am, the Jungle Book.
Okay, Abhiram has chosen the Jungle Book, same category for Ekansh. So, Ekansh, all the very best. I'm going to ask you your direct question. And yes, keep your hands raised. Okay. Do let me know once the screen is visible to you, Ekansh.
Ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. Dash is a common product that is derived from animals. A tabla is made up of wood and dash. There is a growing demand to stop the production of dash and instead promotes the use of vegan dash. Fill in the blanks. 5 seconds.
Ma'am, leather.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is definitely the correct answer. We are talking about leather, and recently vegan leather is something that's really come up, has become very popular because it's cruelty free, it's not harming any animals, and you've given the correct answer, Ekansh, so that gives you 20 points. And with that, Ekansh, why don't you choose the category for Ananya?
Ma'am, I would choose man who would be king.
Okay, that category is done, unfortunately. Ekansh, you have two options, Jungle Book or Plain Tales from the Hills.
Ma'am, then I would choose Jungle Book.
Okay, Jungle Book it is. So Ananya, it's Jungle Book for you. So let me quickly come to your direct question. All the
Ma'am,
very...
I think I asked her Plain Tales from the Hills before.
Okay, so it's Jungle Book for her. All right. Let me quickly share my screen. All the best, Ananya. Keep your hands raised. And do let me know once my screen is visible to you.
Ma'am, it's visible now.
This?
Yes.
Okay, the animal shown above is called the maned wolf. However, it is neither a wolf nor a fox, but belongs to a separate family called the golden dog. It is endemic to continent X. The anaconda, the largest snake in the world, is also endemic to the rainforests of X. Identify X. Continent.
South America.
South America. Why do you think the answer is South America, Ananya?
And because of anaconda.
Because anaconda, yes, that was definitely a hint there, and you've gotten it right. We are talking about South America. This animal is especially found in South America. Well done, Ananya. 20 points to you. And with that, Ananya, which category would you like to choose for Agastya?
Ma'am, which options are there?
He has only one option is left, and that is Plain Tales from the Hills.
Then that only, ma'am.
Obviously, right? Okay. So, Agastya, are you ready to answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Plain Tales from the Hills, it is for you. Okay. Do let me know once the screen is visible to you. And this will be the last question in this route, students. Please make a note of that.
Ma'am, actually my internet connection is a bit laggy, so can I ask my parents for hotspot?
Yes, sure, you can do that. While Agastya answers this question, you can do that. Okay, Agastya, hands are up, yes. And all the very best. You'll have 10 seconds to answer this question. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Situated in X, Beda Ghat is famous for its high marble rocks and the Dhuandhar Falls situated here. The place is situated very close to Jabalpur, where the High Court of X is also situated. Identify X.
X is a district, right?
Yes, guess X. You have 5 seconds left.
I don't know the answer.
Okay, unfortunately, Agastya has not answered this question, but we do have carry forward in this round. Agastya gets 0, passing it on. And the next person who is going to answer this question is Abhiram. Abhiram, can you answer this one?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh. Why Madhya Pradesh?
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am. Just guess.
Random guess? Well,
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
tell you, sometimes random guesses also work. That is the correct answer. We are talking about...
I knew it was Madhya Pradesh. I thought it was a district.
No. Okay, it was clearly mentioned here. If you look at the... Wait, let me take you back. High Court of X. Okay. Beda Ghat is famous for its high marble rocks. Dhuandhar Falls situated here. Okay. And very close to Jabalpur. No worries, Agastya, you didn't get -5 because you passed it on. And Abhiram got +5 for this question. And with that, we come to the end of this round. And now we will be listening to Sohini ma'am for the scores. So Sohini ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Pranjali ma'am. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm back. How do you all feel after 2 rounds?
I feel weird because I thought it would be a district, but it's a state.
No worries. Sometimes happens. Okay, let's quickly look at the scoreboard. and the scoreboard has definitely changed, let me say so. So after round 2, Agastya is on 50, Ananya is on 75, Ekansh is on 70, and Abhiram is on 40. So definitely
Lovely.
Looks different, yes.
Yeah, there has been a lot of movement in the scoreboard, and we still have more rounds. We have 2 more rounds, so anything can happen. And remember, 2 of you are going to qualify to the next round. But before we go to the third round, let me tell you that we have the Global Quizzers Club Summer Edition that we are organizing, and there is a free session. Okay, that's happening. So those of you who are interested, you can simply sign up for the free session. And the Global Quizzers Club is all about fun learning. So when we talk about different quizzes, activities, games through which you're going to be able to become a better quizzer. So it's definitely something that you should participate in if you're interested to know about things happening around the world. And with that, let's come to round number 3. So round number 3 has a different format. And let me quickly tell you, the name of round 3 is Sherlock Holmes, one of the most iconic characters ever developed by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. His books revolve around smart and witty detective called Sherlock Holmes, who simply solves complex crimes. This is an image-based round where we will test your ability to solve complex quizzes. In this round, each contestant will be shown a set of 4 images, one after the other. The contestant has to guess the common link between the images. The sooner a contestant gives the common link, the more points he or she is awarded. So remember, there are 4 images will be shown. If you answer immediately after the first image, you get 25 points. If you give an incorrect answer, minus 15. After second image, 20 points, incorrect, minus 10. After third, 10 points, incorrect, minus 5. After fourth, 5 points, no negative marking because that will be the last image. Okay. And if you give an incorrect answer, that does not mean you get to see the next image. Okay. You simply get minus points there and there. So you can choose to pass if you are not sure about the answer. Okay? And there are no carry forwards in this round. So with that, I think the format is pretty clear. We are going to look at the sample question before we go ahead. So here's a sample question, image number 1. Image number 2. Can anybody guess?
Africa.
Specific. Common link. Sample question number 3.
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Madagascar. And then this is the movie poster. But yes, you got it right. So you see, this is how 4 images will be shown. Okay. And if you give the right answer, you'll be given scores accordingly. So with that, let me quickly tell you the order that we are going to follow. First, we will have Ekansh, then Abhiram, then Agastya, and then Ananya. So we've changed the order for this one. Okay. Ekansh, you're going first. All the very best. Please unmute yourself and hands up. Here is your direct question. Norman Pritchard.
Ma'am, next image.
Next image, wise decision. Vijay Kumar. Five seconds.
Ma'am, next image.
Okay. Gagan Narang. Five seconds.
Ma'am, still next image.
Okay. And this.
Ma'am, shooting.
Shooting, is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Is up. Unfortunately, Ekansh, that is the incorrect answer, but you don't get negative points because you've seen all 4 images. You get a 0. Anybody who knows the correct answer, common link. No points, but just random guess.
Was it chess?
Olympics.
Yes, Olympics. Ananya and Abhiram got it right. It is the Olympics. Okay, these are all Olympic medalists associated with India. No worries. We will now move ahead.
Ma'am, so if we said India also, would we get it correct?
No, it has to be specific.
Okay.
If you
Okay,
say medalists or Olympic medalists, yes, then I can give you. If you say only medalists, I won't give you. If you say Indians, I won't give it to you. Okay? Has to be the specific word. Yeah. All right. Let's come to the next question, and that is for Abhiram. Abhiram, we are ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here it is.
Ma'am, next image.
Next image.
Ma'am, next.
Next image.
Ma'am, shopping apps.
Shopping apps. Your
Yes,
final.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That unfortunately is the incorrect answer. Cred is
Okay.
not a shopping app. Flipkart, yes, but not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you get -5, Abhiram, unfortunately.
Okay.
Would you like
Yes,
to guess after the fourth image? No points, but just.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, unicorns.
Yes, unicorn startups.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Of
ma'am.
India. Okay, even if
Okay.
you had said unicorn startups, you would have gotten it.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
no worries. You'll end up on -5. That's okay. We still have one more
Okay.
round.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's come to Agastya's direct question. Agastya, ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here it is.
Next image. Ma'am, these are space agencies.
Space agencies, are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is the correct answer. These are definitely space agencies, and with that, you get 20 points, Agastya. The next image would have been ISRO.
Ma'am, it would have been obvious.
Yes, and you would have gotten a deduction, and then NASA. But yes, space agencies is the correct answer. 20 points to you, Agastya. Well done. Highest score so far in this round. And with that, we come to Ananya, your direct question. Here it is. Hands up, please.
Yes. Next image. Mm.
5 seconds.
Ma'am, jewelry shops.
Jewelry shops. Okay, I can definitely give you that, jewelry brands, but you are right. We can consider jewelry shops also. And the next image would have been Gitanjali, and the fourth image would have been Tanishq. But yes, you're right. You get 20 points, Ananya. Well done. And with that, we come to the end of this round, and we'd like to see what the scores look like. So over to Miss Sohini.
Hello. Can you hear me? Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
My internet is a little wonky, but okay, let me share my screen quickly. Okay, so Agastya is on 70, Ananya is on 95, Ikansh is on 70, and Abhiram is on 35. And the scoreboard keeps changing magically.
Yes, absolutely. And with that, students, we are coming to the fourth round, and this is the last round. This is your last chance to collect as many scores in your bank account as you can. Okay. So, all the very best to all four of you. Let me tell you the order that we are going to follow, and then I will explain the format. Yeah. So, the order that we are going to follow in this round is we'll first have Ananya, then Ekansh, then Abhiram, and then Agastya. So this is the order that we are following, students. And with that, let me tell you the name of round number 4 is Little Women, a revolutionary novel of its time. It is a coming of age novel based on the lives of 4 sisters and the issues that they face in their daily lives. In this round as well, contestants will be asked questions based on women who changed the world. Each contestant will be given one direct question worth 15 points, no negative marking, and the questions can get carried forward for 5 points. Okay, so simply 15 points for a correct question, no negative marking, plus 5 for a direct for a carry forward. Yeah. So let's come to the sample question. Anybody can answer this. At 17, X became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize for a struggle to promote women's rights and education opportunities for girl children in Pakistan. She survived an attempt on her life by an extremist group named Taliban in 2012, identified.
Malala Yousafzai. Malala.
Everybody has given
Malala.
answer. We are talking about Malala Yousafzai, who was attacked by the Taliban. She's a very strong writer and a great women's activist. So well done. She fights for the education of women. And with that, we come to the direct question for Ananya. Ready, Ananya?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 15 points. Here it is. X was the first Indian woman to be bestowed with India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. X played an instrumental role in the 1971 Indo-Pak War that resulted in the formation of Bangladesh. Identify X.
Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi. Why do you think the answer is Indira Gandhi?
Ma'am, because of 1970 Indo-Pak War.
Yes. Was she somebody in a position that time?
Yes, ma'am. She was the Prime Minister.
Oh, well, that's absolutely right, Ananya. Indira Gandhi is the correct answer. And yes, she was in the position of power when the Indo-Pak War was happening. Very good. You get 15 points. And with that, we come to the direct question for Ekansh. Ekansh, here is your direct question. This author was the first Indian author to have won the prestigious Man Booker Prize for her book named God of Small Things. Can you identify this author? Yes, Ekansh?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify this author? 5 seconds. Time up. Unfortunately, Ekansh, no worries. The question gets carried forward to Abhira.
Arundhati Roy.
Arundhati Roy, how do you know that's this lady's name?
Because of the God of Small Things and the Man Booker Prize.
Well, that's absolutely
Yes,
right. An amazing book, God of Small Things, written by none other than Arundhati Roy. You can see the picture. If you know her, if you've read her book, you will know that this is the lady. And well done. You get 5 points, Abhiram. And with that, we come to your direct question worth 15 points. Here it is. Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest. She was awarded India's third highest civilian award in 2019. Can you name the award she must have received?
I don't know.
Okay, no worries, Abhiram. The question gets carried forward to Agastya.
Ma'am, is there negative marking?
No negative marking for carry forward.
Ma'am, then it's Padma Shri.
Padma Shri. Well, that is not really the correct answer.
It's Padma Bhushan then.
Yes. Padma Bhushan is the correct answer. No worries. We will move to the direct question for Agastya. And this will be the last question in this round. Make or break, Agastya, all the very best. Here is your direct question worth 15 points. X was the first woman of Indian origin to go to space. She first went to space in 1997. On one of her subsequent flights aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003, the spacecraft disintegrated upon re-entry into the Earth's orbit and she passed away. She was awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor posthumously. Identify X.
I'm Kalpana Chawla.
Why do you think it's Kalpana Chawla?
Ma'am, I just know the answer. I've read a lot about it.
You've read about it. That's absolutely right. Unfortunately, while returning back into the Earth's orbit, there was an accident which took place mid-space.
It happened while in launch in the space shuttle, but when they were coming back, it got severe when she died.
Yes, that is the correct answer, Agastya. You get 15 points. And with that, we come to the end of the fourth round, and it's time to see the scores and see who qualifies to the grand finale. 2 people. So all the very best, everybody. Over to Sohini ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pranjali ma'am. Hello, everyone. I see a big smile on Agastya's face. Okay, not a big smile, a little smile. How do you all feel after the quiz? Agastya, you wanted to say something?
I feel okay. Nice.
You feel okay. Okay, you feel good. Cool. So let's look at the scoreboard. And the scoreboard looks like that. Agastya is on 85, Ananya is on 110, Ekansh is on 70, and Abhiram is on 40. So with that, we have our two finalists, Agastya and Ananya. And congratulations to all of you. You all done amazing. And yes.
Thank you, Sohini ma'am. So congratulations to Ananya and Agastya for qualifying and going to the grand finale that's happening tomorrow. And I just want to congratulate all four of you, Ekansh, Ananya, Abhiram, and Agastya, for making it this far. Out of thousands of students, you've qualified till the semi-finals. That is a big deal in itself. And you are representing your school also in the semi-finals. So that's amazing. And I'm sure your parents, your school, your friends, everybody is proud of you. We are proud of you for making it this far. It finally comes down to one person winning, right? So tomorrow also one person is going to come first, yes? But you all have done a fabulous job, and more so it is about enjoying the entire process. So did you all enjoy all the quizzes right from the prelims till now? How do you feel? Would anyone like to share their experience? Yes, Ekansh.
Ma'am, it was fun. Like, we learned a lot of new things also.
That's
like,
good.
Like, instead of winning, we also get many good things if we don't win. We learn.
Absolutely, Ekansh. A very valuable lesson you've mentioned there. Absolutely right. Yes. Anybody else you'd like to share anything? Yes, Agastya.
When I registered for the Global Jigyasa quiz and I got to know it's by Skillsphere, so like I was pretty confident that I'll make it to the quarters. But then I was like, after the quarters, I might not be able to make it to the finals because there would be a lot of competition. And like when Ekansh was answering his question, I was pretty sure he'd answer it correct, and it landed in a tiebreaker. But and after he didn't answer it correct, and I got the chance. I thought my question will be not nice, and I'll just go.
Yes, absolutely, Agastya. Anything can happen at any point in time. So yes, definitely. But all of you have done a good job. Ananya also wants to share something. Yes, Ananya.
Ma'am, I was very nervous for this round because I didn't know I would reach this far, and most of the questions I answered by using logic because this is the first time I registered in Global Jigyasa. So this was very exciting. I learned a lot of new things.
That's so good to hear, Ananya. And Ananya has mentioned about applying herself. That is the objective of the All India Global Jigyasa quiz. We are not looking at who has the most amount of information in their brain. Okay, nobody is Google. Everybody lacks some information or the other. It's not that there's somebody who will know everything and anything, not even me. Okay, but the fact that you're able to apply yourselves, try and find some sort of connection, logic, that is what we teach through our Global Quiz Club as well. Okay, and that's a very important skill to have. It helps you in a lot of competitive exams as well. So thank you for pointing that out, Ananya. Abhiram, is there anything you would like to share? You would be the last participant.
No, ma'am. I was also nervous for this round. Yes, ma'am. That's all.
Yes, I think everybody was nervous. In fact, I myself was nervous to conduct this round with all you talented students. I thought I will have to really ask you difficult questions because you all did so well in the previous rounds. So well done. You've all done really well. And with that, audience members, thank you for being with us throughout the day. We've had an amazing set of students for the semi-finals, and a few of them have been qualified for the grand finale that's happening tomorrow. And we are really excited to see who will make it to the first place. Can't wait to witness all these lovely students sharing knowledge and doing well.
About the gifts. What gifts?
Agastya, so excited. Well, as I already informed, our gifting partners are Scram. So Scram is going to give you some interesting gifts and vouchers. And beyond that, even Skillsphere is going to give you some interesting gifts and vouchers. We are going to tell you all those things in tomorrow's grand finale for sure. So till then, you'll have to hold your horses. It's going to be a surprise, and I'm sure it'll be a sweet surprise. Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. And on that note, I would like to sign off, and I would like to thank our team, especially Sohini, for being such an amazing assistant quiz master throughout. And also, I would like to thank all the people who work behind making the quizzes, right from the content team at Skillsphere, Global Jigyasa, and everybody who's put in their effort, all the schools, parents who send their kids to participate, who've supported them throughout. Thank you so very much. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. At least if not participate, then watch as audience members. Yes. So thank you, everybody. And with that, we come to the end of the semi-finals.